Sziasztok, én Martin vagyok, és elérkeztünk egy igen rövid végigjátszáshoz, ugyanis ez a játék, a Dead Dragon Cancer, egy nagyjából 2 órás játék, amit szeretnék egy videóba felvenni. A történet röviden annyi, hogy a fejlesztő Ryan Green gyermekéről, az ő kálváriájáról, sőt az egész család kálváriájáról szól, ugyanis a kisfiúk Joel rák betegségben szenvedett, ugyanis már sajnos nem él, hiszen már maga a játék megjelenését sem élhette meg, ez a kisfiú. Ő egy 5 éves kisfiú volt, tehát nem sokat adott meg neki sajnos ebből az életből. És ezt a játékot az ő, hát mondhatni, hogy tiszteletére készítette a fejlesztő. És lehet, hogy ezért sokan azt fogják mondani, hogy egy nyerészkedő, meg hogy tehet ilyet, de szerintem ez a játék inkább segíthet olyan embereknek kicsit könnyebben feldolgozni, már ha lehet ilyet, könnyebben feldolgozni azt, hogyha a családban hasonló dolog történik, de egyelőre a játékról ennyit elég mondanom szerintem. Látjátok, a grafikája nem a legszebb, de szerintem itt nem is ez lesz a lényeg, sőt biztos. Úgyhogy, hát, kezdjünk is bele. Aztán majd a végén elmondom a véleményemet, meg amit érzek a játéka kapcsolatban. Eleinte az egérrel irányítok mindent, most lehet, hogy később majd lehet irányítani valamelyest billentyűzettel is, de többségében szerintem az egérrel fogunk működni. Egyébként az a kisfiú ott, Joel.
Did you see that one almost bit him?
Oh, gotta skip jokes sometime. Mom, you threw the whole piece.
Well, Isaac, you gotta give him little pieces. He doesn't understand. Here you go, John. Here's a piece. Okay, no, you throw it.
Joel's almost 5, right? Yeah. But he can't talk.
It's true.
Yeah. Humans can talk.
Yeah, no.
Why can't Joel?
Well, Joel got sick right after he turned 1.
Kind of slowed him down a little bit, buddy.
So he's just slower than most kids. I think eventually he'll catch up. Yeah, I think Joel will eventually.
Well, Isaac, of course. He's just delayed. Because, you know.
Yeah.
Joel's supposed to be a boy. But he's a baby. He's a boy baby.
Yep, he's a boy baby. That's just about right. You know, there's lots of things Joel isn't good at, but there's some things he is good at. What is he good at?
He's eating, laughing.
Yeah.
I'm good at making him laugh.
You are good at making him laugh. How do you make him laugh?
I fall down.
Yeah. It's really funny when you fall down.
He's good at showing us what he loves.
Yeah. What does Joel love? Wawa. In cups and bathtubs. And the warm, wet tongues and the cool fur of Das. And maybe the sweet was of daily affection.
Ryan,
Bye
a
kiss.
fejlesztő.
And blown kisses. And more. Oh, always more. His full list of words. So few words.
Gondolom arra kell menni.
What is pain without a word for it? What is hope without a word for it? Who is God? What is joy? Who am I to him? Dada.
Hey babe, just got done at the doctor. Now they think that maybe he's throwing up all the time because he has acid reflux. So they gave me a medication and we can give it to Joel. And they said we have to give it at least 3 full days.
Who's that?
But that if he's still throwing up after that, then we can
Are
give
you
it
ready?
And I mentioned the head tilt thing again, even though they keep saying it's not related. But we always have to mention that one weird outlying thing. So I told them how his head was tilted to the right, but they still say that that's probably not related at all. So I guess we'll just give this a try. And I don't know, I'll tell you more about it when we get home. Set. Go.
Is your leg okay? She's laying on your leg.
Megnézzük, milyen kis játékokat szeretett játszani a kisfiú.
Ready?
That is a duck.
De ennyire nem akartam ide visszamenni, na mindegy.
Are you ready? Set. Go.
So funny.
Ki. Megnézzük ezt a körhintát is.
What do you think, Isaac? He's in a hospital, so they're taking care of him, and that's how he gets his food. His food goes through that too. Yeah. You want to touch him? Yeah. Why don't you just pat his cheek, okay? Okay. Pat his cheek. Yes. See? It's Jolie. Yeah. You want to touch him, Caleb?
Gondolom arra kell tovább menni. Igen. Mint a fekete trutyi, vagy nem tudom mi ez, szimbolizálja a rákbetegséget.
Fear is cancer's preservative, cancer's embalming oil. And you, O accuser, are fear's oil salesman. You're a snake, a serpent, a dragon with snuffed out coal on his breath, molting, talons broken from the struggle to free yourself of your own skin.
Hey, do you want to rock? Okay, let's rock. There we go. Oh, shh, 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 shh.
Hey babe, I was just thinking, do you ever think maybe Joel can hear better than he's supposed to be able to? Because I know, like, it's supposed to be moderate to severe hearing loss, but sometimes, like today, he hears music playing before I do. So I saw him dancing, and I had to look around to hear that a song was playing. And I just don't, like, if his hearing loss is that bad, I can't imagine. I don't know, I just wonder about it. Anyway, call me later. Bye.
Na. Na, ez innen. Most mi van akkor, ha van az összes? Ez volt a lényege. Hát, kis csávó.
Oh, hey. I just wanted to take a shower. Is that okay? Are you okay with Joel? Okay, thanks.
These lives have gone through so much training.
That's peanut butter.
Hmm.
Hey, I'm cleaning up eggs again. A dozen eggs on the kitchen floor again. So we have to get a new lock for the fridge. Do you... Ugh, it's so hard to clean up eggs from the floor. Like, they just spread around and they don't come clean no matter what you do. So, I was just so frustrated, but... You should have seen them together. They were so proud of themselves. Joel and Elijah just sitting there with their eggs. Isaac said he thinks they want to be cookers. Alright, talk to you soon. Bye. Hey honey, we're on our way home from the hospital now. So if you wanted to preheat the oven starting in about 30 minutes, that would work and we could throw in that lasagna. Do you know how they celebrate off-treatment day, like when kids are done with their treatments? I guess maybe you don't because you're not in the clinic as much as I am, but on someone's last day, they always bring them a cake and they sing Happy Off Therapy Day to you. Anyway, that happened today. I mean, it happens a lot, but today I cried. I just wanted that day so bad, you know? I just like, we're not ever gonna get that day. If he's better, we won't know that he's better. We don't get a day. Anyway, okay, call me if you can. Like, there's probably traffic, so I could talk on my way home. All right, bye.
Ő Amy, Joannak az anyuka és Ryannak ugye egyben a felesége.
how long is it going to be before we can have some answers? Did anyone ask the doctor?
Okay, is it just the doctor on call, or is this our doctor? Well, because the on-call doctor is just a resident.
Is there a way we could talk to our doctor? It just seemed like yesterday in clinic.
Hmm. The temple. Man. Nézzünk koponya CT-s gépezet.
Hey, it's you again. I love you. You're my friend. This is my favorite game. Do you want to see? Watch how I started. You touch it right here, then the big lion comes. You know a scary lion? It's so loud. I can roar just like him. Yeah, hear me roar? Why? Don't be afraid. You might want to cover your ears. Here comes the animals. Pterosaurs is my favorite.
Hmm. Joel kezel.
This terrible routine. Watching you, waiting for you to wake, hoping you will never remember these days of illness and treatment. One day, I'll bring you here, show you your tiny handprints on the wall, and you'll
Itt
be
meg a kis
annoyed that we all
kezei.
think of you as some big miracle. Cancer will be such a small part of all you could grow to be. You will tire of hearing about it. You won't want to see the cards and notes I saved. And I won't mind at all. I'll hold the memories of this hard day. You just leave it behind.
Back to all my... Megölelni minden ilyen betegségben lévő gyereket családban, vagy valami ilyesmi lehet a szöveg. Meg hát ő sem élt túl sokat. Nem mindegyiket nézem meg, csak ezeket, amik szobában vannak. Az én hősömnek, vagy az én hősöm. Bradley. Hát ő... Igen, ő sem élt sokat. Igen.
Farmer Bill makes the pigs bacon for breakfast. Farmer Bill rides the cows to the store for milk. Farmer Bill plays go fish with the ducks. The ducks always win. The horse can type 70 words a minute. Farmer Bill gives the pigs piggyback rides. The cows and the horses get together for cards at night. Those silly ducks take a bubble bath. Farmer Bill asks the horse to take the truck to town. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I saw Farmer Bill doing that. Farmer Bill separates the sheep from the goats. Sheep go to heaven. Goats go to town.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
Oké, itt tudom majd visszatekerni, ha akarom, de...
Size matters. If I know how big it is, I can face it. I can size it
And
up.
it's quite small at this point, but unfortunately the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
I guess I have imagined it.
With an ATRT,
I've
since
imagined
you
it
have
a
recurrence of
lot,
any
but not
kind,
like this.
it is fatal.
It's different.
It's only
I
a
thought
matter
I
of
would
time
sob
before it spreads to
uncontrollably
several locations.
or puke just right on the floor.
We've already thrown all the
I thought I'd
chemotherapy
shake
we
or
have
wail
at
or
it.
something.
We can't continue to give him chemotherapy
guess
that
this
we know
is
it's
shock.
resistant to.
Tragedy, he said. That's right. That's the perfect word for this. It's a tragedy. I wonder if he says that every time. He's crying a little. I love him for that. He's not callous, he's genuinely sad. She is too.
So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
We're very good at end-of-life care. We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life.
How long are we talking about?
Prediction time again. No matter what I say, they'll wish it was longer. But sometimes longer is worse. A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Talán csak hetek, talán csak 4 hónap van vissza a kisfiúnak.
Is Nick crying?
How long are we talking about?
How am I gonna hold it together now?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Science, it's simpler, measurable. I give A, B, and I subtract C, and I get this result, and I can do something to control it. Or at least have the sense that I'm controlling it. But now all we have left is a miracle. And miracles are fickle. They don't always come, and we don't always know why. What if Joel's miracle doesn't come? I hope he lives. I've always hoped. Now I can't do anything but hope. Oh, radiation. At least we can do something. Hope doesn't require signing papers or driving to hospitals or holding Joel in my lap. Hope is for something someone else has to do for us. And when doctors can't, well, invisible Jesus must.
We're so sorry.
Az apa az jobban össze van roppanva, mint
Oh, God, I do not want a replacement baby. If that was your plan, I am not on board. I don't want some new baby to help me move on. I would not have chosen it. Oh, God. Joel
Jó, nyilván
has
ez
to live.
egyik szülőnek
I
sem
do not
egyszerű.
love this baby.
Where is it? How big is it? Well, it's in the frontal cortex, and it's quite small at this point. But unfortunately, the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy. With an ATRT, as soon as you have a recurrence of any kind, it is fatal. It is only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We have already thrown all the chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue to give them chemotherapy that we know is resistant to.
have so many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness. We've been through so much already. This is a new degree of tragedy, but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough, we would say no.
Igen, ők nem nyugszanak bele abba, amit a doki mondott, hogy ennyi idő van, amik még mindig keresik a megfelelő gyógymódot, vagy próbálnak minél inkább arra koncentrálni, hogy meg fog gyógyulni a kis srác.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinski, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
As this long day draws to a close, I am tired, but not sleepy. My face is puffy.
No, most végig.
My face is puffy from crying. I have a dry throat
Gondolom,
and
hogy
dry
Joel.
hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down absolutely everything. want to describe the feeling of being entirely empty and entirely resolute. I want to explore how I can be deeply sad and incredibly hopeful at the same time. I want to talk about holding Joel's hand. Walking down the hall wanting to soak in the moment. To memorize the feeling of having his hand and mine. To let it matter. And then hating that my thoughts swing to, because what if I can't hold his hand one day? And hating that thought, wishing I could just appreciate each second of Joel without that appreciation spilling into the pre-morning I refuse to do because I believe he will live. But instead of fighting the brief thoughts of mourning, choosing to fight instead that lie that says that those thoughts betray some doubt, some mistrust of God, when I know that those thoughts make me human. And that God knows I am human. He doesn't make Joel's victory dependent on me never feeling unsure.
Oh, her expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life, and I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents and supernatural miracles. I envy her.
Joel, a baby lovag.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the baby knight?
Yes, Joel the baby knight. But he's also Joel the very brave knight. And he was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
No.
Because of his tumor?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Is the dragon big?
Very big.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
So much fire, you guys.
So, Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff?
Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Yeah, that sounds good. So brave Sir Joel with his sword and his shield and his awesome spear and his super jumping ability was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
What other superpowers does he have?
He also has grace.
That's not a superpower.
It's the best superpower.
Do you guys know what grace means?
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Yeah, it's kind of like help. You know, and he's not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and lost. And some are able to drive the dragon off, and they can go home, and they can quit fighting for a while. And the kingdom is safe.
Joel's been fighting this dragon for a long time, huh?
A long time.
But
Nope.
found a nice empty cave where he could rest.
Jó, ezt elrontottam.
And it seems like the dragon couldn't find him. But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him in the cave.
Well, that dragon's going to kill Joel. Joel's going to lose.
Why do you say that?
Because Joel is just a baby. Babies can't kill dragons.
You're right. A baby can't kill a dragon. But that's the best part of this story. God. So he fights that dragon cancer right with Joel. And we know that God can win even if Joel can't. That's grace.
Jó, persze. Oké, mindegy. Meg lesz ez akkor is.
What about Tim from Church Mom? He died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't he have grace?
Of course, God fought for Tim too. Tim fought so well. He was so brave and so strong. God let him rest. It may have seemed like the dragon won because Tim died. But we know that Tim's in heaven, and that he's with God, and that God is so proud of him. So maybe for Tim, getting to be done fighting was grace.
De persze, bárhogy ugrok, úgyis eltalál ez a hülye sárkány. Na mindegy, nem idegesítem magam föl rajta. Biztos ez a lényege amúgy is, hogy legyőzzöm. Hát a kisfiút amúgy is legyőzve.
Ryan! Oh, Ryan, get in the boat.
I can't.
You have to, you'll drown.
We're already drowning. How can you sit there like that?
Despair doesn't help anything.
Neither does false hope. And I'm not despairing.
How can you say false hope? You're drowning.
Well, you're missing your oars. And you don't even know where you're going. And yet you're so sure you're gonna get there.
It's better than drowning.
Well, enjoy floating on the surface like you always do.
There's nothing deep about drowning. Just get in the boat.
You have to let me feel this. Someone has to.
Az apuka kezd teljesen összeomlani. Az anyuka
I
próbál
love him
erős
as much as
maradni.
you do. I just really believe we're going to be okay.
Na nézzük először ezt.
I'm sure my expectation looks like denial. But seeing Joel dying does not make me any less certain that he will be healed. In some ways, I feel more certain. Not because the same doubts don't come to me, but because I know that they will not be entertained much longer. Because this chapter is almost finished, and we will have an ending one way or the other. So the doubts and fears that make me reaffirm that even if I'm wrong, this is where I stand, become less and less powerful. People's conciliatory words of comfort meant to reassure us and help us accept Joel's death don't sit well with me. They aren't offensive because I know the heart behind them is good, but they are weak words because it's so obvious to me that death is the given. I don't have to work to be ready for it or accept it. It is coming whether I would accept it or not. It has been coming slowly for so long. I don't have to work to understand that Joel is dying. It is obvious. Heaven is amazing. And so I'm not worried about death. It will come regardless of where I stand and wait. But now, death is circling close enough for redemption to finally feel closer. This is the part of the story where a daring rescue can thwart death's intentions just in time, perhaps when it looks like it's already too late. I want to watch for that. I don't need to focus my eyes on death, studying it in its slow progression. Its course is already clear. But there is a glory that is coming, and its journey to us is wild and quick and frightening, and I want to be watching for that glory. I want to stand trembling in awe before God and His power. Not sure that this thing that we've asked for is something we can quite manage, but trying anyway. Death is the given. But the life that is possible now for Joel, the miracle that could come now that death is so close, is something worth pursuing. Worth risking everything to see with my own eyes.
Az apuka az már teljes mértékben készült, az már látszik. Mondjuk az anyuka is, de még talán jobban bírja, próbálja.
Huh. The sunset looks pretty from here. The orange glow cast on the wall. Better than the muted colors of this hospital. I wonder why they choose blues and greens. They, the ones who choose the colors that heal. Green for life. Blue. For comfort. Purple stripes to hide the stains. This chair is too small and sticks to my skin. I hate vinyl. Blue, purple. The ocean, maybe? No, under the ocean. Silent, warm, and salty, like tears. He won't stop crying. I don't blame him. He feels miserable. I hate that we're here. I hate that he's sick. I just want him to feel better.
Már akkora fájdalmai vannak, hogy aludni sem tud sajnos a kis
Don't throw your head,
Gyermek.
buddy, don't.
Mit kéne csinálni? Vagy merre kéne menni?
Here we go, bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle. Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce, a bounce, a bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, he won't stop crying.
Még jobban.
Hungry. I wonder if he's hungry.
Még nagyobb fájdalmak. Sajnos.
He's screaming louder. Buddy, don't you want juice? He hits the box. I don't catch it. He drinks it greedily. Big, deep gulps. Okay, Jolie, that's enough. Breathe, kiddo. And he does. And I wipe his face of snot and tears and juice. And then he vomits. And I catch it. I always catch it. I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you'll throw it up. No, don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have it. It's so late, Joel. Lay down. I can't hold you. I can't make you feel better. Okay, buddy, okay, I'll hold you. Oh, Joel Bug, you look so miserable. No! Don't hit your head on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop. Please.
Igen, ennél rosszabb nincs, amikor próbálna segíteni, de nem, egyszerűen nem tudsz.
I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need peace. I am empty. You are. I don't know all that you are. You are there. I want you here. I want you to call my son. I cannot. And you've brought us this far. He's still here, not dead. not there with you. God, I want him here with me. Please. Peace. He sleeps. Thank you. There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat. And a furious storm hits the sea, and everyone thinks they're gonna die. And where do you think Jesus is? Rowing alongside them? No. He's asleep in the back of the boat. So his disciples are freaking out and wake him up, and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up and he says to the storm, "Quiet, be still." And the sea becomes completely calm. Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared and if they have any faith at all. Like he was frustrated with them. Because even though Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side of the lake," his disciples thought he was going to just let them die.
Yeah.
So will Joel die? Everyone does eventually, I suppose. But more than that, if he does die, will Jesus even care? Will he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance. Or rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant. How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy? Because even while Jesus wept for Lazarus, 5 minutes later he raised Lazarus from the dead.
I should have known we'd both end up in the same place. We always do. It just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all unsure.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I just hope that. I don't know.
Tempelom. Gondolom, valami mesét néz rajta.
Father, I pray right now that you would just, Father, I pray that you would bless right now. I pray that you bless Mr. Ryan, bless him with health, and bless their children. Father, right now, we finally thank you for your promises.
Oh, Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
Rise up. My God, come save us. Lord, rise up.
Oh, Lord, my God,
God,
let
let
this
you
boy's
go
life
unless you
return to
bless
him.
him. I will not let you go unless you bless him.
Oh Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
With all the strength, with all the faith that is in us, Lord. There is no time left for this child on this earth. And God, so we come to you, Lord, with faith of your children, with faith as small as a mustard seed. And Lord, we speak in the name of Jesus. Oh my God, let this child's soul come back to you.
Na most itt mi lesz?
He was not in the wind. He was not in the earthquake. He was not in the fire. He was here in a gentle whisper.
So here we are, and the air is emptier without his laugh, and yet our hearts are still full, though with a different drink. And this ride we've been on for so long is silent, and so also the Lord. And so we sit here in this new silence, and long for the music to start again, and for the disc to spin again, even if it means going round and round for many more years. For at least we would be moving, and Joel would be laughing here on earth, and not only in heaven. But in this space, I sense his silence is only because he is drawing his breath. And now we know love and longing, empty and full, all in one moment. And I am grateful that we loved him well, and that we miss him well. And I hope that in the Lord's next breath, he will whisper his love song to you, his beloved, and that you will know him differently and more deeply. But now, we grieve in silence, yet not without his presence.
I remember you. You made it too. I'm glad you're here. I love it here. I bet you would like it too. Look at all of these pancakes. Did you ever see pancakes like this? They're big as me. A big one is for me. A little one is for my dog. I always wanted a dog, and now I got one. I even got to name him. Manju. Full of bubbles. Manju doesn't catch a bubble. She likes to bite them. I love bubbles. Look, I can touch one. I want more bubbles. I love the bubbles. Do you see a rainbow in a pebble? Come here, Manju. Have another pancake. Manju loves syrup. Me too. Syrup is my favorite pie.
Joel Even Green volt a teljes neve a kis fiúcskának. 2009. január 12-től 2014. március 13. Hát igazából ennyi lett volna ez a végigjátszás. Mint láttátok, ablakos módba játszottam, és néha-néha kicsit félre kattintottam, ez remélem nem vett el a, mondjuk úgy, hogy élményből. Hát ez egy elég komoly történet volt, és én szívből kívánom, hogy ilyet senkinek ne kelljen átélni, mert ez még így látva is borzasztó. Én nekem ugye, hát saját tapasztalatom is van azzal kapcsolatban, hogy 2 családtagom is rák miatt hunyt el. Amíg ők nem voltak ennyire fiatalok, sőt ők megélték azért az öregkort, de látni azt, ahogy szenvedtek, az borzasztó volt, és azért ez a játék elgondolkodtatja az embert azzal kapcsolatban, hogy sose tudni azt, hogy mennyi időnk van egymással, legyen az barát, családtag, vagy csak egy ismerős, akivel tök jól el vagy, és semmi, mondjuk úgy, hogy komolyabb dolog nincs. Úgyhogy én szívből remélem azt, hogy ezt a végigjátszást mindenki végignézte, és aztán elgondolkozik azon, hogy kivel mennyit tölt, kivel milyen programokat csinál, mert hát ugye azok is fontosak, főleg ebben a mai modern világban, ahol igazából az emberi kapcsolatoknak a nagy része most már online zajlik, és a személyes kapcsolatok azok már egyre ritkulnak sajnos, ezt én is tapasztalom. Úgyhogy hát ha még teheted, akkor családtagjaidat jól ölelgesd meg, akit csak tudsz. Ugyanez érvényes a barátaitokra, a párotokra, ha van. És töltsetek el minél több időt együtt, egymással közös programok. Én ennél többet nem is tudok, nem is akarok mondani, ez a játék, ez így kicsit lehoz az életről, de közben meg azért tanít is, és elgondolkodtat ezeken az emberi dolgokon. Hogy meg talán fel is készít arra, hogy ha esetleg ilyen történik, akkor azt hogyan is kell, vagy kellene kezelni. Bár ha még ha fel is készülsz rá, akkor sem egyszerű. Úgyhogy én megköszönöm mindenkinek a figyelmet. Legközelebb találkozunk. Addig is. Sziasztok!